Greetings, everyone. My name is Yourhighness Tafari of the Black Market Collective, and we're here for a special interview with a special person at a special place. Let me introduce to you all Ms. Lena Young-Green, President of the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association. We're going to get into her role exactly here and what exactly is the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association. Bringing you up to speed first, though, the Black Market Collective, we're actually an organization that features pop-up markets featuring some of the best small, locally owned black businesses in the area. Starting first right here at the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association, we held Black Market Black Friday, which also featured live performances, great music, and just an overall gathering of good people along with good food. Coming back up again, we have Black Market The Rebirth. That's on Saturday, April 22nd, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Once again, right here at the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association, running it right back with great people, good small businesses, all in the name of just building up our local black community here, employing entrepreneurs to strive farther, strive harder, and make money for themselves and their loved ones, and just overall better their life experience. So let's just get right into it here with Ms. Green. How are you doing, Ms. Green?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Okay, give thanks. Give thanks for allowing us to be here with you. I just want to let the people know and see exactly what the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association is, what exactly your role is here.
Well, like you said, I am the president of the Junior Civic Association. The Junior Civic Association started several years ago as a part of the development of our neighborhood plan.
Okay.
Tampa Heights, the history of Tampa Heights is that we are the oldest suburbs of the city of Tampa.
Wow.
First settled in the early 1880s, quite a while back. And if you look through our neighborhood, you'll see the reflection of that era by the old houses, old churches, old buildings, brick streets,
Yes.
and a lot of the old historic characters still remain today of our neighborhood.
Yes.
We started by having a neighborhood plan because there were many investors who thought that coming into Tampa Heights was an opportunity for them to change and redevelop the area. However, their concept of redevelopment was that they would bring in the modern houses and do the infills with houses that were not complementary to the 1800th century.
Okay.
So we decided to go to the city and ask for a neighborhood plan. Tampa Heights then became the first neighborhood in the city of Tampa to actually create a neighborhood plan.
Wow. Okay.
And around that time was when we started our Junior Civic Association.
Okay, definitely. So I didn't know that exactly. Tampa Heights, first of all, being the oldest neighborhood in the city of Tampa, and the first neighborhood that actually, stepped to the city of Tampa seeking a neighborhood plan. You talked about the Senior Civic Association. How did the Junior Civic Association come apart from that, if it is a link in that?
Yes. I was a member of the leadership of the Senior Civic Association
Okay.
back in the late 1990s. And we had the residents who were bringing their children to the meetings, and children had no interest in the meetings that we were holding.
Yeah.
So we decided that we would start a Junior Civic Association.
Okay.
We then spoke to Scott Payne, who is a professor at the University of Tampa. He brought an entire class out to the neighborhood. We went door to door throughout the summer and asked the neighbors and residents if they actually thought that a Junior Civic Association was a good idea. They totally agreed. But in addition to that, we got some additional requests that we provide after-school academic assistance to the children, and that we help the residents who needed other assistance to get linked to other services that could help them with their families and help the children as well.
So the Junior Civic Association, a nonprofit organization, just tie in, if you can tie in with the people who are civic minded, because I see civic in the title.
Yes.
What exactly does that do as far as an association with you?
Exactly. So what we saw was a great opportunity to, as we ourselves as adults were active and civically engaged,
Yeah.
our intent was that now we should raise our children to reflect and learn what we were actually doing ourselves.
Definitely.
And hence, rather than just having a youth association, we were very deliberative
Oh, okay.
in creating a junior civic association.
Okay.
Today, we think that was very, very needed, is very, very needed today because we need to help our young people understand that we all have our civic duties.
Yes.
And as leaders of tomorrow, we are helping them be prepared to take on those duties.
Okay, I see. I see exactly now. That is definitely very progressive. I totally agree with that. So, the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association definitely has been around for a while. What exactly is going on with the association this present day right now?
Okay. So today, we're proud of all the young people that we've served in the past.
Okay.
The Junior Civic Association starts from 6 years old to post-high school.
Okay.
And we support our kids all the way into adulthood. As we said, we're looking to make sure that they become successful leaders. We could trace back to our young people from over 17 years ago and tell you what they're doing today to demonstrate whether we've been successful or not. In addition to serving the young people, I mentioned the neighborhood plan. Within the neighborhood plan, the residents identified many goals that they wanted for this neighborhood. And in the plan itself, it also indicated that the Junior Civic Association would serve as the implementing arm of those goals of the Senior Civic Association.
Oh, wow.
And so I mentioned about a safe place for our youth. The residents also asked for a community center, a place where it would be a gathering place, a place where we have a lot of ongoing community-based activities.
Okay.
So the building that we are in is a result of some of the goals that were directed by the neighborhood plan, by the residents,
Okay. I
in
see.
telling us exactly what they'd like to have happen.
Okay, definitely. And it only makes sense that the Junior Civic Association will be the root. Of course, we come from young to older, so this definitely plays a significant role in the area. So you're having after-school programs, you're having community gatherings. Where exactly do you see the Junior Civic Association going forward? Because one thing that has been well publicized is the possible expansion of Interstate 275 by the city. It's been publicized in the news, Seminole Heights neighborhoods, Tampa Heights, fighting for it. So it seems like it's a struggle. If you can bring the people up to date with what exactly is going on with that, and where does that lead the Junior Civic Association?
Yes. Well, starting 60 years ago when highways were first introduced in America, it's been completely documented. Research has shown throughout the nation that in the process of the Department of Transportation determining where interstates would run, particularly in urban areas, the choice was made time after time to use the path of least resistance. And so you find that many of the interstates that were put in place actually went through poor urban communities.
Okay. I see.
In Tampa, that has been no different. And the interstates that we have right now, coming through the city of Tampa, the urban core,
Yeah.
not only one interstate, but we have the junction of two interstates.
Yeah.
So I-275 and I-4 meet right in the heart of Tampa Heights. We also know that starting 60 years ago, there were a couple of roads, a couple of lanes.
Okay.
And over that time, these roads have become wider and wider and wider, consuming more and more of our urban core. In Tampa Heights, as I said, we created a neighborhood plan. our neighborhood plan indicated what the residents would like for our area.
Okay.
It also talked about development, community development in the area. However, when you have an overlay of interstates right in that same community
Yes.
that continues to expand all the time, eventually the same area that we're working really hard to develop, to maintain, to attract other people to our community, that same area becomes run over
Yes.
by interstates.
Yeah.
So today, we're in that position again.
Okay.
Department of Transportation has determined that it's time to widen the interstate again. The thing that's unique about this time is that in some places, the plan is to go up to 16 roads wide
Wow.
in some areas, in an urban core. In addition, the reason for widening, they claim this time, is to put a paved lane down the middle of the interstate. Now, the impact of having a paved lane is that it closes off some of the exits within our same neighborhood.
Yeah, that's true.
In order to move people from outside of the urban core, from the suburban areas, based on DOT's own information, they're going to move them 6 to 8 minutes faster.
Wow.
The paid lanes are going to be dynamic, and so once you get on the paid lanes, you don't know how much you're paying, but DOT said that you could be charged up to $2 per mile to move 6 to 8 minutes faster. In addition, the cost of these lanes, which based on their plan is 84 miles, will be $6 billion in today's dollars. Department of Transportation also admits that the fees generated from those lanes will only cover administration and maintenance. So somebody has to pay for these beyond the community's cost. The cost then is projected based on their land use model, which they said they're using, is going to be about 10 to 12% return on investment.
Okay.
And that's going to be about up to 35 years. So if the fees generated from the roads covers maintenance and administration, there's somebody who's going to pay that cost of the $6 billion investment. That's the taxpayers. But then in addition, when we come back to this local area, we know that additional lanes have never solved the problem of congestion.
That's true. That's true.
And so we're here 60 years later from the first interstate. And my question is, what happens over the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years? Since we know that roads only need to be widened, then it could be said that in the next 40, 50 years, there'll be no Tampa Heights. So what happens to my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren? And so today, as we talk about where we are, the building that we sit in is actually owned by the Department of Transportation. And one of their plans is to demolish this building. So you could see the progression of what's happening. This year it's going to be this building. They have acquired many of our urban core or beautiful old buildings, the same buildings that we create a neighborhood plan to be sure that we preserve. They have been demolished or moved, and the face of the community is completely being changed by the Department of Transportation. When we dial back and we talk about why Junior Civic Association.
Yes.
To be a part of this kind of discussion is being civically engaged.
Yes.
And so the purpose for our youth today is to help them to understand that these are the reasons why we thought it was so important all the way back then to create junior civic associations who are civically engaged and civically conscious.
Yes.
And so as we actually work with something that's affecting us personally, unfortunately our children get to have this kind of a situation in order to learn how to implement and practice their civic engagement.
Yes. It's definitely a tough world. So is there, what can the people do to help? Because like you said, the DOT has purchased this building, this land, other landmarks in the historical area they're doing. What can the average person that they were like, what can I do to help? Where did they go? What did they do?
I'm so glad you asked that question because it just extends what we're talking about with our Junior Civic Association. Today, our residents must become more civically engaged across the board. For us personally, we need everyone out there to join in our fight. The building is a significant building. It's only a building, but it represents the bigger fight. And for us, we need the population at large to join us in this fight to save this building, which represents sending a message to the department to say that we want sustainable, we want careful, we want equitable transportation planning. Please join us in fighting to save this building and sending that message to the Department of Transportation.
Okay, yes, definitely give thanks. Is there a particular website they can go and look up to see exactly what's going on with the situation right now, what to do?
Yes. Our website is thjca.org, Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association acronym. On that site, you could sign up to fight, to join our fight. And if you want to help with, in other ways, find out about volunteering and also make a donation if you prefer. There's also another website called Stop TBX. The project that the Department of Transportation is trying to put in place is Tampa Bay Express. And that's another website, stoptbx.com. You could go there and lots of information are on that site.
Yes, give thanks. So once again, that's thjca.org, Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association.org, and also stoptbx.com.
Yes.
And just definitely look to see what you can do. Obviously, this building means a lot to this area. It means a lot to us personally. I didn't even know myself the significance of the building until we came in more with the Black Market event. We're definitely ecstatic about having another one here just to bring more attention to the situation, and also give thanks once again, Ms. Lena Young-Green, President of the Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association. Is there anything you would like to say before we close out of here today?
We're just thankful for the opportunity to share what is going on here, to share what's going on not only locally but nationally, but also thankful for the opportunity to have the Black Business Collective come and join us and utilize our building and continue to help us with the fight. We look forward to having everyone here on the 22nd of April.
Yes, definitely give thanks. And we'll give thanks to you all there. Definitely looking to see exactly what's going on and what you can do to fight against what's going on and preserve the area, preserve the building, to help preserve the neighborhood. Once again, that's thjca.org, stoptbx.com. My name is Yourhighness Tafari of the Black Market Collective, here with Ms. Lena Young-Green, President, Tampa Heights Junior Civic Association. Give thanks for a moment of your time.